I.S.U.P.K.
Y'all been hearing that y'all Africans. The white man has told you y'all African American, told y'all some other nation that y'all really not. You had the white man telling you that the black man is God, the black woman is God, we all gods. That is absolutely incorrect. According to the Bible, the blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians are the children of Israel according to the Bible. You can go into the Bible and read curses and read a specific description to allow you and to tell you who the black people are.
That's right.
You can't learn that in the Christian church. The Christian church will not teach you that. The Christian church can only teach you how to lie, how to be a whore, how to be a homosexual, how to be a lesbian, how to be a child molester. That's the only thing the Christian church can teach you.
That's right.
Now let's get into these scriptures and let's learn how we are the children of Israel. Oh, see this sign right here? The blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians are the children of Israel according to the Bible. You got that scripture out?
Deuteronomy 27 verses 1. And Moses, with the elders of Israel, commanded the people.
The elders of who?
The elders of Israel.
So this right here, Moses is talking to the elders of Israel. Now remember, Moses was the leader of the children of Israel. Israel can only have one leader. We don't have politicians. We don't have the Democratic Republican Party. We have only one leader. Just like the I.S.U.P.K, which is the only camp that there is, only one faith and one spirit is the I.S.U.P.K. We have one leader, the one body, which is under commanding General YAHANNA. Ain't nobody else. This is the government and the army of all blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. And you can only come to the I.S.U.P.K to learn this truth and to follow these laws, statutes, and commandments that the Most High gave us and nobody else.
That's right.
Continue reading out.
Commanded the people, saying, keep all the commandments.
Keep all what?
Keep all the commandments.
Just keep some.
Keep all the commandments.
Just keep tithes.
Keep all the commandments.
Just keep a little bit of it.
Keep all the commandments.
The Most High told Moses to tell the children of Israel to keep all the commandments. It didn't say just follow the 10. It didn't just say come to church and pay your tithes. It didn't say just give your offering up. It said follow all the commandments. That means don't be a homosexual. That means don't eat swine. Don't eat pork. Don't eat shrimp and lobster. Don't sleep with your brother's wife. Don't go ahead and have sleep with whores and be a whoremonger. Whoever you have sex with, that is your wife. Whoever you have sex with, that is your husband. And that's your husband for life. Because sex is marriage and marriage is for life. You can't go up and leave whenever you want to. That is against the law. That is against God. And we went against God. And that's why we're in the predicament that we're in today. That's why we have an epidemic today in the black community. Go ahead and read.
Which I command you this day.
That I command you this day. Give me Deuteronomy 28 verse 1. Let's get more into these scriptures. The black, Hispanic, and Native community is destroyed because we didn't want to follow the Most High's laws. We wanted to go against God. We wanted to do what we wanted to do. We wanted to be on our own program. Go ahead.
Deuteronomy 28 verse 1. And it shall come to pass, if thou shalt hearken diligently.
Okay, so when it says that it shall come to pass, meaning that is a future prophecy, meaning that will happen. It's going to happen. Go ahead.
if thou shalt hearken diligently unto the voice of thy God.
So the voice of the Most High. So hearken to the voice of the Most High. What is the voice of the Most High? That is the question that you should be asking yourself. What is the voice? Now let's get more into the scripture and we'll find out what is the voice of the Lord. What is the voice of the Most High?
Unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe and to do all his commandments.
To do what?
All his commandments.
Say that one more time for the audience.
All his commandments.
To do every last single commandment that is in the Bible. The blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians need to follow every last commandment. That's the voice of the Most High. It ain't the voice in your head. It ain't, you're not talking to God in your head. You're talking to yourself. The voice of the Most High is following his laws, statutes, and commandments. Go ahead.
Which I command thee this day.
That I command you this day. Read on.
That the Lord thy God will set thee on high above all nations of the earth.
Read that one more time.
That the Lord thy God will set thee on high above all nations of the earth.
So if you follow the Most High's commandments, when you don't eat pork, shrimp, lobster, don't sleep with your brother's wife, the Most High is going to put you high and above all nations. Right now we're below, and we're not supposed to be. We're second-class citizens when we're not supposed to be. We're being murdered and slaughtered on the streets when we're not supposed to be. We're supposed to be above and high above all nations among the face of the earth. That means your Africans, your East Indians, and every other nation that's not a black, Hispanic, and Native Indian. Take me to the next scripture, 28 verse 15. You got it out? Go ahead.
Deuteronomy 28 verse 15. But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God.
So it said, when it shall come to pass, meaning this will happen. It is a future prophecy that you don't listen or hearken, because hearken means listen, to the voice of the Most High, which the voice of the Most High is the commandments. If you don't listen to them, when you don't follow to them, because remember, if it's a condition, right? If it's a condition, if you don't do it, let's find out what's going to happen.
To observe, to do all his commandments and his statutes which I commanded thee this day.
So the commandments that we give you this day, that the Most High gave you this day, meaning not to do all the abominations according to the Bible. Go ahead.
That all these curses.
All these what?
That all these curses.
All these what?
All these curses.
When the Christians say that you're blessed because you follow the Lord, you got voices of the Lord in your head, you saying, I'm blessed, I got this new car.
All these curses shall come upon thee.
Shall come upon thee. All these curses shall come upon thee. Keep reading.
And overtake thee.
And overtake thee. Read that one more time. All these, start from all these curses.
That all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
High blood pressure shall do what?
Overtake thee.
AIDS shall do what?
Overtake thee.
The white man slaughter you on the streets like Trayvon Martin and Mike Brown shall do what?
Overtake thee.
Gang affiliation and gang banging, all that shall do what?
Overtake thee.
And gang violence shall do what?
Overtake thee.
All these curses and all these things shall overtake thee. Probation and parole shall overtake thee. Prison, incarceration shall overtake thee. Homelessness and poverty shall overtake thee. Drug abuse shall overtake thee. And that's what's happening to black people today. That's what's happening to the Native Indians and the Hispanics today. Because we wanted to disobey the laws of the Most High. Didn't your uncle die from an overdose? Didn't your aunt pass away and die from an overdose? Didn't your brother and your friend get murdered for selling dope? And your cousin in prison? Didn't you just get out? That's what the Lord is talking about. We have to follow these commandments, and all these curses will overtake thee if we don't. Continue reading now.
Verse 16. Curse shalt thou be in the city.
Curse shall thee be in the city. What is the city? We standing in the city right now. That's like your Norfolk. That's your Baltimore. That's your DC. That's your New York. Curse shall thou be in the city. You shall be murdered in the city. Y'all should be on drugs in the city. You got crack cocaine everywhere within the city. You be your family members and your brothers, your sisters, they will be murdered in the city because they're not following the laws of the Most High. All these curses shall come to you in the city. Go ahead.
And curse shall thou be in the field.
And cursed shall thee be in the field. Now we just got finished saying cursed shall thou be in the city. Now we're saying cursed shall thou be in the field. What is the field? That's talking about the country and the suburbs. So even though you move from the city to get away from gang violence, get away from the coke, get away from the crack, get away from the murder, it's going to happen when you go to the suburbs. Right. Your son is still going to be incarcerated. Right. Your children is going to be taken away from you. You're still going to be on drugs. Our people are still going to be on drugs when you go into the suburbs. Let's go. Let's read on out.
Curse shall be thy best.
Go to verse 28, 32. Go down to 32.
Verse 32. Thy sons and thy daughters shall be given unto another people.
Your sons and thy daughters, our sons and daughters shall be given unto another people. What is that talking about? Our sons and daughters given to another people. Remember in slavery when it's like $10, $4, $5, all that stuff, and selling the slaves? They were selling our daughters and our sons. When you got integration agencies and deportation agencies, immigration agencies, your daughters and sons are being taken away from you. Our sons are being taken away from us, our Hispanics and Native Indians. They are taking our daughters away from us, our sons away from us. Continue reading.
And thine eyes shall look and fail with longing for them all the day long.
And you will feel sorrow. You will feel bad because you can do nothing about it. You're longing for them. You're sad. You're seeing them being taken away from the police. You're seeing them taken away from immigration. You're seeing them being taken away in handcuffs. You're in the courthouse and the sheriff is taking them away. Right. Your eyes will long for them. Continue reading that scripture.
And there shall be no might in thine hand.
And there shall be no might in thy hand. You shall have no power in your hand. You will have no strength or no power to stop this from happening. Because we didn't want to follow the laws and statutes and commandments of the Most High. We wanted to disobey the Most High. And so these curses will overtake thee. We will continue. We wanted to eat pork. We wanted to eat crab and shrimp. We wanted to be Muslims and Christians. We wanted to celebrate 4th of July. We wanted to celebrate Father's Day and Mother's Day. We wanted to smoke and get high. We wanted to salute the flag and join the white man's military and integrate. And that's why we're cursed today.
Right.
Integration is a curse on the Most High. We got crack cocaine from integration. The crack epidemic flooded the black community because we wanted to integrate with white people. Right. The white man is the devil that the Bible speaks of. Right. And we need to separate from him. Right. Go ahead and continue reading.
Deuteronomy 28 verses 48. Therefore shalt thou serve thy enemies, which the Lord shall send against thee.
You shall serve your enemies that the Lord sent against thee. You shall serve them. You shall be under them. You with the enemies. That the white man is your enemy.
That's right.
Anyone that's not a black, Hispanic, or Native Indian is an enemy unto you. The white man is an enemy unto you. The African is an enemy unto you. The East Indian is an enemy unto you. Go ahead.
In hunger and in thirst.
So in hunger, when you need food, and what the brother's saying is so heavy, man. You got to understand. Read that part again.
Therefore shalt thou serve thy enemy.
The Lord said we would have to serve our enemies, man. When you get up out of your bed in the morning, in the middle of the night to go to work, understand what the Lord is talking about. The other races of people in America do not have to serve their slave masters for a job. If you are black, Hispanic, or Native American, we have been in slavery in America for 400 years. And to this same day, if we have to get up and go to work at Shell gas
is these companies. When the Chinese gets up to go to work, they work at a Chinese job for a Chinese boss. When the Arabs and the East Indians get up to go to work, they work at an East Indian job for an East Indian boss, and they never have to learn English. They don't force the Arabs or the Chinese to speak English, but they do harass Hispanics about not speaking English. You know why? Because Hispanics are God's chosen people. Hispanics are black people just like we are. If you don't believe me, ask the police if Hispanics are black people. Ask Donald Trump if Puerto Ricans and Mexicans are not black people. When you watch the news and see the police breaking a brother's jaw or shooting some 8-year-old Guatemalan girl in the head on the border with the racist immigration customs enforcement, ask them if they not black people. This is what the Lord is bringing out. Keep reading.
Therefore shalt thou serve thy enemies, which the Lord shall send against thee.
We have to understand God sent these people against us. The only reason a Chinese man is in your black neighborhood is because he is our enemy. The only reason an Arab mosque or an Arab beauty supply store or a Chinese or Korean dollar store or liquor store or a white man has a business in your black neighborhood is because what?
It's like it. Serve thy enemies.
Because these people are our enemies. You will never go in a Chinese community and open your black restaurant or business. They would kill you and run you out the neighborhood. You will never catch a Japanese in a Korean neighborhood. You will never see the Africans hanging together. The Nigerians and the Ethiopians don't hang together. The Cameroonians and the Ghanaians don't hang together. The Sudanese and the Egyptians don't hang together. God made every race of people to be separate. And if we have to go to get food and you go to a Chinese restaurant or the white man's grocery store or the Arab fried chicken spot, understand what the Lord said. Thou shalt what?
Serve thy enemies.
Serve our enemies how?
Which the Lord shall send against thee.
Because we did not keep God's laws, statutes, and commandments, because Martin Luther King told us to integrate, we no longer have black businesses to shop to. So when your son turned 14 or 15 and your son and daughter need a job, there is no black man or woman he can go to get a job in his neighborhood. But the Chinese man can get a job in the black neighborhood. The Arab and the Africans can get jobs in the black neighborhood. But us living in the neighborhood, being from the neighborhood, we got to put in 1,000 applications, which the Chinese man doesn't have to. Keep reading.
In hunger,
meaning if you want something to eat, you want a McDonald's hamburger, a white man owns McDonald's. His name is Ray Kroc. If you want to go and get some food out of a restaurant or a grocery store, it is coming from a white man's farm. What happened to black people's farms? The white man stole our farmland. Look up sharecropping. What happened to black people's farms? You understand? The white man stole it all. Keep reading.
And in thirst.
And in thirst. Meaning if you want something to drink, you're going to have to go to Deer Park to get water from the white man. Evian, Fiji to get water. You can't get water from your own water fountain, from your own springs. Why? Because the white man stole this land from the Native Americans, and now we have to get water from the white man. That's what you're seeing, man. Our people are cursed, you understand?
That's right.
Get that on film, brother. Our people are cursed, you understand? Black people fighting and hating and killing each other is a curse from the Lord.
Right.
That is what the Bible is talking about. Nowhere in this country will you see other races of people fighting and arguing and killing each other like this.
Right.
That's a curse from the Lord. That's what we're reading about. That's why God sent the I.S.U.P.K to stop brothers and sisters from hating and murdering and killing each other and dying of drug overdoses. Read on.
And in nakedness.
In nakedness. You want some clothes, you want some drawers to cover up your behind, you want some bras and some socks and some pants, you're going to have to do what? In nakedness?
And in nakedness.
You're going to have to go to Hanes or Fruit of the Loom or Gucci or Versace or Donna Karan or Prada. You understand? You're going to have to go to Wrangler or Levi's just to get some drawers and some pants to cover your behind. And even if you make it yourself, you got to get the cotton and the silk and the wool from another race of people. You We're supposed to be self-sufficient, having everything we need as a race of people. And we don't have it because we follow disgusting Christian preachers like Martin Luther King. Because we integrated, because a lust-filled Christian preacher wanted to have sex with white prostitutes. That's what Martin Luther King traded our businesses for. White prostitutes. Debbie Does Dallas. That's what Martin Luther King traded our businesses for. That's why our brothers and sisters are selling dope and sliding down the stripper pole and murdering each other for drug money because of Martin Luther King. And it's a curse from God. That's why we got to keep God's laws, statutes, and commandments, which you can only learn in the Israelite school of universal practical knowledge.
That's right.
Keep reading.
And in want of all things.
Everything you want, you're going to have to go to your enemy. You understand? You want a job? If you want to build your own house, you have to get permission from the white man. You got to get a building permit. If you want to collect rainwater, you have to get permission from the white man. If you want to collect energy from the sun to power your house, you have to get permission from the white man to use the energy God filled in the sky with the sun. The Lord said we would have to serve our enemies. Read on.
And he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck.
And in slavery, he physically put irons and chains on our neck. Get locked up right now, and the white man will have his deputies and his sheriffs put iron and shackles around your ankles, around your neck, around your chest, around your wrists. You going in chains. But the white man that commits a murder and shoots up a school and kills kids in Sandy Hook Elementary or in Parkland, Florida, he don't have to deal with that. He don't have to deal with life the way blacks and Hispanics have to deal with it here in America. Keep going.
Until he hath destroyed thee.
And that is America's goal, to destroy our people, to put us on drugs and cigarettes, to turn us into hoes and pimps and homosexuals so we'll die of AIDS and get herpes and gonorrhea, and our families will be destroyed, so we'll be Bloods and Crips and gang members and shoot and murder each other. That's what America wants for our people. But the Lord wants our people to get in the I.S.U.P.K and learn to love your own people like every other race of people does. Keep dropping it, brother.
Give that piece and prophet a hand. The white man is the devil that the Bible speaks of.
Right.
They want to destroy us. They want to kill us. They want us utterly destroyed. Start at, go ahead and go to verse 49.
Come. The Lord shall bring a nation against thee.
So the Most High shall bring a nation against thee. What is that nation? It says it's a singular nation. It didn't say nations, but a nation. What is that nation? That nation is the white man. That nation is the white man. The white man wants, that's that nation. The Most High sent the white man. Go ahead.
The Lord shall bring a nation against thee from far.
From far. He sent the white man from so far away to gather us. Go ahead.
From the end of the earth.
Why did it say the end of the earth? This is giving you context clues that this is talking about one nation and one nation only, and that's the white man's nation. That's the United States of America that came out of the Roman Empire. That's the nation, because they are the only nation that believe that the world came to an end, as in there was the end of the world. It came from the end of the earth. You know, they thought they would fall off the edge of the earth. This is giving you context clues of what nation the Most High sent. Go ahead.
As swift as the eagle flying.
Swift as a what?
As the eagle flying.
That is the white man's national bird. That's their seal.
Right.
That is the flying like an eagle. The eagle, that's what the white man represents himself.
That's right.
That the Roman Empire represented as an eagle. The Germans, the Italians represented themselves as an eagle.
That's right.
The Spain and Portugal represented themselves as an eagle.
That's right.
The Napoleon of France represented themselves as an eagle. And America calls it the Great Seal. Go ahead.
A nation whose tongue thou shalt not understand.
And a tongue that they shall not understand. We don't understand English. English is a homosexual language. We don't understand that. We speak differently from the white man speaks. English is the white man's language.
That's right.
Not our native language.
Right.
We're speaking English now. Spanish, French, Dutch, Portuguese. That's the white man's language. We're not supposed to be saying speaking that. We should come to our tongue, and our national tongue, our nation's tongue, our father's tongue, which is Hebrew. Go ahead.
Deuteronomy 28, verses 50. A nation of fierce countenance.
Of fierce kindness, meaning they look like their countenance. Like the definition of that word is as if they look fearful. They look as if you're scared of them, and they were fears and anger. That's what they look like. Go ahead.
We shall not regard the person of the old.
They shall not regard the person. Oh, they don't care if you 60. They don't care if you 70, 80. They don't care if you're Trayvon Martin. They're Tamir Rice. They Karen Goins, Ayanna Jones, a little girl, an old man, Trayvon Martin or Mike Brown, or Eric Garner. They don't care what you are. They are the devil that the Bible speaks of. All they want is to murder you. They want to rob you. They want to molest you and rape you. They want to take everything that you got and take your land until they have destroyed you. Because we want to disobey the Most High's commandments. We don't want to follow the Most High. Go ahead.
Which shall not regard the person of the old, nor show favor to the young.
And they murdered all the buffalo just to conquer the Native Americans. That is, if the white man is not the devil, then I don't know who is. And that's according to the Bible. Go ahead.
Deuteronomy 28, verses 64. So we did not follow the Most High's commandments. We are cursed because of so. We want to continue to eat pork. We want to continue to be homosexuals. We want to continue to be lesbians. And the Most High sent enemies and an enemy to destroy us. The reason why we have violence in the black communities because we wanted to go against the Most High. The reason why our fathers and mothers are on crack cocaine because we want to disobey the Most High. The reason why we're living in shelters and the projects is because we want to disobey the Most High. That's right.
But we got to come back to His voice, come back to His words, come back to His laws, statutes, and commandments. Because there's no other way to save black people. Islam can't save black people. Christianity can't save black people. Nothing else will save black people. But the I.S.U.P.K, we will save black people. Under Commanding Jury YAHANNA, we will save black people. Go ahead.
Deuteronomy 28, verse 64. And the Lord shall scatter thee among all people.
The Most High will scatter us among all people. That's why you'll find us in Europe, in England, in Germany. You'll find us in Australia. You'll follow us up in there in Canada. You see us in the United States. You see us all over South America. You see us in Mexico. Because we are scattered among everyone. That's among all nations. Go ahead.
From the end of the earth.
And these other nations don't even accept us as their own. We're not African. Africans don't want us. They sold us into slavery. We want to go ahead and be a Muslim, but the Arabs sold us into slavery. We want to be a Christian, but the Christians killed us in slavery. That don't make no sense.
That's right.
Go ahead.
From the one end of the earth, even unto the other.
From all the way to the end of the earth. If there is an end, there is no end, all the way to the other. Meaning no matter where we go, we're scattered among all the nations, and every last nation hates us. Every last nation doesn't want us to survive. They want us utterly destroyed because we want to disobey the Most High's commandments. We want to continue to be Christians. We want to continue to be 5%ers. We want to continue to be Muslims. We want to be Egyptologists. We want to be everything. We want to be everything else that we don't want to be, meaning the God's chosen people. We have to be the children of Israel, because that's who we are. We ain't nobody else, and we should stop being everybody else, because we're the salt of the earth. We should be put above all nations, because we have to follow these laws, statutes, commandments, and maybe we will. Not even maybe, we will. Go ahead.
And there thou shalt serve other gods. And thou shalt serve other gods. We want to serve other powers but the Most High power. We want to serve every other God there is, and except for the Most High power. You want to smoke weed, mind you, you're serving the other God by smoking weed.
That's right.
You want to go ahead and be a Muslim, but you're over here playing to a rock.
That's right.
We want to be a Muslim, and we praying to a rock. We standing on Allah right now. Allah is nothing but a rock.
Right.
We want to be a Christian. And we want to praise white Jesus.
That's right.
We want to serve that fake idol Caesar Bozier.
That's right.
The white man can't save us.
That's right.
Why are we praying to a white devil that can't save us?
That's right.
Name me one nation that the white man has ever saved.
Right.
I'll wait.
Earth.
Thank you. Not one. But I'll tell you what nations he did destroy.
Right.
He destroyed us. He destroyed the blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. But that's because we didn't want to follow the Most High's commandments. And the white man is the devil that the Bible speaks of.
That's right.
Go ahead.
Which neither thou nor thy father have known.
Neither thy father in his known. We have to come into the I.S.U.P.K, the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge, to learn how to defeat our enemies, to learn how to follow these laws, statutes, and commandments. The I.S.U.P.K is the only place where you can learn how to follow and believe and trust in God. You won't learn it in your Christian church. Go ahead into 64. It's like a 668. You're not going to learn it in your Islam mosque. You can't learn it nowhere else. You can only learn it in the I.S.U.P.K under Commanding General YAHANNA. Go ahead.
Deuteronomy 28, verse 68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again.
So the Most High shall bring you into Egypt again. Egypt is a Greek word for bondage. Now, if you're from Israel and you need to go to Egypt, you know you can just walk there, right? Go ahead.
With ships.
With what?
With ships.
One more time.
With ships.
That's talking about the transatlantic slave trade. The blacks, Hispanic, Native Indians are the only people that went into bondage, into captivity with ships.
Right.
You don't need to go into ships from Israel.
Right.
Those fake Jewish people that came from Germany, those Khazars, Jews, whatever, they're an abomination of the Most High, the synagogue of Satan. They not it. We are it. We fit every last curse within this Bible. The black man, you are the real Jew. You are God's chosen people. The Hispanics and Native Indians are God's chosen people. Those are our people. And we need to act as so. And we need to come back to the Most High God, because we need to be saved. We need to be saved from this hellhole, from the white man. That's the devil that the Bible speaks of. Continue reading.
By the way whereof I spake unto thee.
Where Moses is right there. Go ahead.
Thou shalt see it no more again.
We shall see our homeland no more again. We shall see Israel no more again. Right now, when you look at Israel, you see blonde-haired, blue-eyed devils. You see our nation destroyed. You see our nation ruled by other nations. When we're supposed to be the power in that nation. We're supposed to be the authority of the entire earth.
Right.
You will not see that land again. You'll see it on television. You can go ahead and visit, but you won't be in power. Our homeland, we won't be in power. Israel, we won't be in power. Our land is in Israel, and Jordan, and Yemen, and Lebanon, and parts of Iraq, and Turkey, and Syria, and parts of Afghanistan. All of that is our land. And that's why they have wars in that land right now, because they don't belong there.
That's right.
They don't, and they need to get out of there. And we need to come back to the Most High so we can go back. Go ahead.
And there ye shall be sold unto your enemies.
And there you should be sold as thy enemy. You should be sold to your enemies. Guess what? The white man's your enemy. You were sold to the white man. We were sold to the white man. The African's your enemy. The Africans sold us. The Arabs are our enemy. They sold us. They built the ships. That's how we got to America. The Native Indians, that's how they got captured and murdered, over 77 million. That's how. We were sold unto our enemies. That's who you work for. That's who owns the NFL. They won't let you take a knee for that disgusting flag. What's the name again? Colin Kaepernick. Roger Odell is your enemy. The white man is your enemy. Every nation, Donald Trump is your enemy. Anyone that's not a black, Hispanic, Native Indian is your enemy. George Washington, Thomas Jefferson, Andrew Jackson, Abraham Lincoln is your enemy. Even JFK, which you thought he was a good man, is your enemy. Bill Clinton is your enemy. He put you in jail for child support. And I know how we all love Barack Obama, right? He is your enemy. He is a disgusting Kenyan African. He told us to be homosexuals. He pushed homosexuality. He destroyed the black community. 50% of black homosexuals have AIDS. Go ahead and read. Thanks to Barack Obama.
For bondmen and bondwomen.
For bondmen and bondwomen. Slave men and slave women. Go ahead.
And no man shall buy you.
And no man shall buy you. That means no man shall redeem you from this slavery. No man's going to get you out of this slavery. The only person that can take us out of this captivity is Yahawashi Mashiach, and that's Jesus Christ, that y'all know him as we know him as. He's the only one that can put death to the white man to get us out of this captivity. We have to follow these laws, statutes, and commandments because we need salvation and nobody else.
Trying to find something to follow. Had loyalty, every man tried to borrow. Felt pain and a lot of sorrow. Got betrayed, so packed I didn't even have my heart broke. Living confused, about to lose hope. Cops got me on the side of the road like a sideshow. Need an antidote before I croak. Now I'm setting fire to rhythm man blues. Call this guitar smoke. Rebel with no cause, trying to find direction. The world got me vexed. Picked up a bad liquor habit that's hereditary from oppression. Felt like my life was on fire, trying to find an exit. Now look, 10 G's plus a good record. Sometimes a follower is a soldier, trying to find a good shepherd. Plus when you in hell, how do you excel? Wisdom the breath of life, I don't believe in fairy tale. Listen well to what I tell. No calling can cause pain, something that a rebel knows very well. Can't you tell I was sent from the Lord?